start streaming. Where's my chat just gone? TikTok. Oh, TikTok Live Studios just crashed. Seriously? Okay, well, at least it happened right at the start rather than halfway through. Put that down a bit. Okay, I think we're up and running. Yep, seems like we're all good. Okay. Hi everyone. Hello. Welcome back. We're a little bit early, so we'll not get stuck in just yet. But hello. How's everyone doing? Oop. Okay, so I guess we'll get started. So hello everybody, hi, how are you doing? Welcome back to Minecraft Monday, where today we are, of course, playing some more Create Ad Astra. We are picking up right where we left off, as usual, in the previous live stream. I'll tell you a little bit about what I've been doing off camera to prepare for today's stream, because we have quite a few interesting things to be working on today. But first, let's take a look at what we actually did in the last stream. So in the last stream, we built our new storage system, which you can see right here. We got a nice big item vault. It's got a capacity of 1,260 slots, which is about the same as 60 chests. And it can all be accessed from a single interface here. This is where we take stuff out. This barrel is where we load stuff in, and we've also connected it up using a chain conveyor belt to our andesite casing farm. So when andesite casing gets produced here, which is going to happen in just a second, that will then get packaged in our packager, loaded onto our chain conveyor, and then when the package gets to the vault, it gets loaded in. And we currently have 375 andesite alloy in there, so it's going quite well. The conveyor's also hooked up to the pumpkin farm, which is inactive right now, but when it is on, we can load pumpkins in as well. And we are going to be expanding the chain conveyor network today as well as we continue. But first, let's take a look at what I did off stream between last week and today. Hi everyone, by the way. Hello, Venomire, how you doing? Numerator says, you are the GOAT, thanks very much. Scotty Dog says, Saul, have you just started? We have just started. You're joining us right at the beginning today, Scotty Dog. We haven't done anything yet. Like I say, I'm just going to show you what I did between streams, and then I'll show you what we're going to be getting on with today. So in here, I did clean up our chain conveyor connection a little bit. If I take you up to the roof, actually, you can see what I've done. So basically I've just cleaned this up a little bit. We've still got the encased chain drive and a gear shift to change the direction. But I've covered up the top with some iron facades, which I think makes it look a little bit more... a little bit neater. You know, more like a little vent or something on the roof. So that's cleaned up quite nicely. And I've also managed to increase the speed. So this gear shift here is actually doubling the rotate. No, this here, sorry, the adjustable chain gear shift is doubling the rotational speed, which means the chains are moving twice as fast as they were last time. And you can see the packages are moving along a bit faster than they were in the last stream. It's still not too fast, but I don't really want packages whizzing around everywhere. I don't mind them moving at a steady pace. But yeah, that's what I did just after the last stream ended. And then, to prepare for today's stream, I've been clearing some land again. So let's go and have a look at what I've cleared out. First of all, I've cleared some space up here. Quite a significant portion of space. You can see it's just up this hill to the east of the andesite farm. This is where we are going to be building a tree farm. That's the first project that we're going to be doing today. We're going to be building a tree farm. I was originally going to do a radial tree farm, like we did with the pumpkins, that spins around and harvests the trees. But we're going to do a linear design instead, using gantries. If that doesn't mean anything to you, don't worry. It will all become apparent. But we're going to be building our tree farm here. And then I've also cleared some space here, which is where we are going to be building a andesite casing factory. Not only andesite casing, it will eventually produce brass and copper casing as well. Obviously, we've automated the production of andesite alloy, but another very important ingredient in the Create mod is andesite casing. So we're going to build a little factory here that's going to produce andesite casing for us. It will all be connected up via the chain network. So basically, by the end of the day, we should have a machine that produces andesite casing for us and automatically stores it in this here vault. So let's get started. First thing we're going to want to do is make some blueprints, because, or schematics as they're called, because I have already, as always, got a couple of designs in mind that I worked on in my test world. So we'll whip up the schematics. Light blue dye and paper. We got one light blue dye at the minute. Well, I suppose we only need one for now, because we're only gonna we'll focus on one thing at a time. We'll do the tree farm first, and then we'll do the andesite casing farm after. Okay, so we'll get our schematic and quill. We'll come over to the schematic table here, and we'll see that there are two new blueprints here in the list. We've got the casing factory and the tree farm. Let's get the tree farm first. We'll whip that up. There we go. And you can see it's quite a big one, quite a long box. It would have been a lot more compact to do a radial tree farm, but I felt like I've already kind of done a radial farm with the pumpkins. It'd be a bit boring if we just built the same thing again. So this here is going to be a very different design. I've never built a tree farm using this gantry setup before, but it should be quite interesting. So we'll just line up the blueprint, make sure it's in the right place, and then we'll start gathering the necessary materials. Okay, so you'll see I've already placed a few andesite girders. I'm going to try and line this up with the with those girders there. Let's Okay, that's lined up with the middle girder, which is good. Then move it down a bit. There we go. And I also want one of these girders to align with that one there on the andesite alloy farm. which it does. So this is, I think, exactly where it's going to stay. This is where we're going to build it. And you can see there's a lot of empty space in the middle, which is where the actual trees are going to be growing, and the gantry assembly is going to move up and down. Again, if you're not familiar with the Create mod, and if you've not seen gantry cranes in action, they're pretty cool, and it'll be a lot of fun to get this up and running. But let's get some sleep first, because it's getting dark. Is that Minecraft, says Steffi? It is indeed, Steffi. I'm playing modded Minecraft Java. Most of the machines that you can see around me right now are from a mod called Create, including this that I'm going to be building right here. So the first thing that I think we're going to want to do is get the actual gantry assembly sorted. So let's see what we're going to need to make a gantry. Gantry shaft is redstone and andesite alloy, and a gantry carriage is andesite casing, a slab, and a cogwheel. That's nothing too expensive, so we can start with that. How are we doing for redstone? We got a bit. And obviously, we don't have any problems with andesite alloy anymore, because we have so much of it now that the farm's up and running. And, oh, we don't have any small cogwheels. We can make one. Cogwheel. No, not that. Okay, there's the gantry carriage. And then to make the gantry shafts, we just pop some redstone in between a couple of andesite alloy, and already we can go and set this up, and you can see how essentially it's going to work. Oh, in fact, if I've got a hand crank, we can actually give it a bit of a test run as well. I don't have a hand crank. I can make a hand crank. There we go. I think the one we already had is attached to the steam boiler at the minute in case we need to restart it in an emergency. Okay, oh, I've accidentally buried that in the ground. There we go. Make sure that's still lined up properly. It appears to be. Okay, so the gantry, which doesn't actually show up on the blueprint, which is very helpful, is going to run between these two brackets. I don't think we actually needed as many as I've made. No, definitely not. And the gantry carriage is going to go on top. And the way this works, basically, is when the gantry shaft rotates, the carriage will move along it. So if we just pop a hand crank here and I start turning it the other way, the carriage moves along it, and then if we turn the crank in the opposite direction, it moves back towards us again. And this is basically what we're going to use to build our entire tree farm. So we're going to attach a saw and a deployer to this, and then as it goes up and down, it's going to plant saplings, and when it comes back again and the saplings are grown, it will cut the trees down. And we're going to set it up with redstone links so that it automatically changes direction when it gets to each end. And it will just go back and forth like this, up and down, cutting down trees. I've tired myself out already by cranking the handle too much. Don't read into that too much. So we're going to put the gantry carriage here at the end, and I think the best thing to do would be to build the actual gantry assembly before we do anything else. So we need a sawmill, a deployer, we need a barrel, a brass funnel, 4 redstone links total, and just 3 slabs of calcite just to decorate it a little bit. They're not essential. well, they are essential to hold it together structurally, but they're not, you know, they could be any material. So, saw. We don't have a saw. We'll need to make one. Do we have a deployer? Nope, we need to make one of those as well. Do we have brass? We got brass. Well, that's a good sign. So we can make a brass hand. No, we can't make a brass hand. Have I forgotten the recipe for a brass hand? It needs brass sheets. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 brass sheets, 1 andesite alloy. What about the funnel? Electron tube, which I think we'll need to make some more of. We will need quite a lot of brass equipment for this build as well, which is not ideal because we currently don't have a great source of brass. Oh, we need more electron tubes. We have none at the minute, but we do have quartz. There we go, 1 rose quartz, and we're out of redstone. We've run out of redstone. Okay, I think we're going to have to go mining then. I suppose for now, we can... As long as we can make a deployer, that's the main thing. Okay, combine this to make the electron tube, and then a brass andesite casing and a brass hand. That gets us our deployer, and then we also need a sawmill, or a mechanical saw, as it's called, which is more iron, 3 iron ingots and 3 iron plates and 1 iron ingot. And then another andesite casing. Okay, I didn't mean to do that. There we go. That's 2. Oh, that was it. We already did the 3rd one. Okay, mechanical saw. There we are. Then, barrel. We don't have any barrels. What else did we need? Redstone links. We're obviously going to need redstone for. Slabs. We can get some calcite slabs. There's something at least. And we'll cut these into... Oh, we can't cut them because they've already been... Okay, never mind. Forget everything. Let's just go and put these down, and then I think we're going to have to go and do some mining. I'll put that in my backpack for now. Okay, so the sawmill is going to go on the front, and the deployer is going to go right behind it. Fortunately, deployers can deploy through blocks, so what's going to happen is the saplings are going to be planted here along this row. The sawmill is going to cut the trees down, and then the deployer is going to reach through the sawmill to plant a fresh sapling behind. So this will automatically harvest and redeploy fresh trees as it goes along. But we are going to need quite a lot more redstone to make it work, so we are going to have to go and do a bit of mining, I'm afraid. Pickaxe. I could get out... Oh no, the diamond pickaxe is almost broken. Let's not do that, actually. Let's just make a couple of iron ones. Put you back in. Torches at all? Yep. Oh, we got plenty of them. Good. And I think rather than go into a cave, I think we need to start making an actual mine somewhere near the base, perhaps. Or at least I don't want to go too far. to do mining. Let me get some pumpkins, actually, before we go as well. There we go. I think what we'll do is, because there's a cave right there, we'll go to the closest cave, but then we'll dig an actual mine shaft instead of trying to find underground caves, because that took up way too much time in the last stream, and we didn't have enough time for building. This'll do. Might as well get some XP while we're at it. Dead end. Is that outside? Oh, okay. And presumably another dead end, so we'll just dig down here. Copper will be quite handy, actually. We haven't really concentrated on copper until now. We've hardly got any copper, but we are going to need it when we get onto fluid handling, because pipes in the Create mod are made with copper. Fluid tanks, fluid pumps, basically anything to do with liquid logistics requires copper casing. So we will need a lot of copper, and we need to start getting that now. I think in maybe not the next stream, but quite soon, we might look at trying to get trying to find an infinite vein of copper ore, possibly zinc ore, maybe even iron ore, because there's a lot of I've mentioned before that I do have a mod in this pack called Create Ore Excavation, which adds in infinite versions of raw ores. They're very hard to find and very difficult to harness, but if you can find one and set up the right equipment, you could basically mine an infinite supply of whatever material. Which, when you've got a mod pack like this that's very focused on automation and stuff like that, you kind of need that that sort of unlimited input. Hey STFC, how are you doing today? I'm doing pretty good. Always excited to be doing Minecraft Monday. You know, you know how much I love this series, and this is, we're only 5 episodes in, but it feels like I've been playing this for so long now. It's really solidified its place in such a short time as like the best series that I've done in terms of streaming. I in my opinion anyway, I've loved it so much so far, and we've still barely scratched the surface, you know, of the mod pack. But I really do have so much fun with these Minecraft Monday streams. I've never enjoyed streaming as much as I have playing this this mod pack recently. So it's great that people are still here watching and that you're enjoying it. Thanks for the heart me, by the way, Scotty Dogs. Very kind of you. Have you seen the Minecraft movie? I haven't. STFC, no. I'm probably not going to see it at this point. Not for a while anyway. I don't intend to see it in the cinema or anything like that. It's very much not a movie that I'm particularly interested in, you know? It's just the kind of thing that, you know, maybe if it's on TV one day and I've got nothing else to watch, I might sit down and watch it, but I I'm really not bothered about it enough to go out of my way to watch it. Oh, bismuth ore. We can't mine that without iron, without diamond. Okay, how far from base are we? We're quite close to the deep dark that we found in the last stream. So actually, this digging down business so that we didn't get too far from base hasn't really worked out, given how close we still are. Nice to get some more iron, though. Ooh, could I get some zinc as well, maybe? I mean, it's here, and we're here. We might as well get it. I hear a spider, though. Okay, back to business. We need redstone, so we need to keep digging down further. Where did we come down? We came down here. Okay. Oh, I'm going to have to break this bismuth. Oh, I still got XP from it, even though it didn't drop anything. Cool. That's got to be a bug, but I'm not going to complain. Lapis, handy. And that's deep slate. Good, good. Keep on going. What level does redstone start to appear? Does anyone know? Presumably it's 0. What you're building at the minute, says STFC. Today we are going to be building a tree farm and an andesite casing factory. Two very important things that we're going to need for future projects. So it's essential that we get them built today. Redstone! Perfect. Sorry if you can't see very well down here, by the way. It's I have got my brightness on full, but even with full brightness, it's very dark in the Blackstone caves. Oh, that's deep dark. Okay. We'd best tread carefully. No hate or anything, but would you not rather go out and do stuff and not be playing games? I do go out and do stuff, Assetto Driver. I don't just play games 24/7. If you want video evidence of me going out and doing stuff, check out my Peak District videos, which I'm very proud of. Perfect opportunity for me to plug my own content. If you want to see a 20-minute video essay about the Peak District, boy, do I have good news for you. Just go to my profile, and you'll find 2 of them. 40 whole minutes of content of me larking about in the Peak District and sharing fun facts about the places that I visit. Okay, a bit more zinc. That skulk sensor's going off like mad, but fortunately I don't think there's any shriekers around here, so we're not in any danger as of yet. Okay, redstone again. If I go down there, will I be able to get back out? Well, yeah, I've got plenty of blocks to climb my way out with. But will there be a skulk sensor down here? Or a shrieker, rather. Shrieker's what we want to watch out for, that's the problem. Oh, block of raw iron. Fancy seeing you down here. Thanks, I guess. Is there any more? I mean, there's plenty of raw iron ore, but I don't think there's any more full blocks about. Doesn't matter, because that's not what we're here for anyway. We're here for redstone. Wouldn't say no to a diamond, though. It's always nice to have. Okay, this might be enough. This will get us to a stack. A stack and 8. And we've got some back at base already. But a tiny bit more, maybe, would be appreciated. If there is any just lying about up here, perhaps. Okay, I don't feel very safe here. There's skulk sensors everywhere. And you never know when there could be a shrieker. Oh, we're back here. Oh, we've been here before. I recognise this. There's the shriekers. Wonderful. Okay, let's tread lightly then. No, we can't have been this way before then, because if we had, we would have encountered those shriekers and been in a bit of trouble. I think it might be best if we just go back the way we came. I don't want any trouble with the warden at this stage in the game. We're not really prepared for a warden fight. Let's just slip back this way. But we should have... Oh, not this way. We should have enough... Where did I come in? Up here. We should have enough redstone there to build the tree farm. And hopefully the andesite casing farm as well. We'll see how that goes. Not a baby zombie. Come on, I don't have time for this. Piss off. I don't even know where I came from now. I'm lost. You've lost me, baby zombie. It's your fault. Shit. Where did we come in? Oh, fuck. It's okay. Just gonna stand still. I'm not gonna move. I'm not gonna make a sound. And then I'm just gonna sneak in the other direction. What happened? I set off the Skulk Shrieker. If you do that enough times, it will summon the Warden, who will one-shot us. It was this way. I remember these pots. So it must have been through here. Right? No? I definitely remember passing these two pots here, though. I think. Ah. Am I going to have to dig my way back up again? I think that's where this is going, isn't it? Oh, never mind. I've found torches. We're back. We've found our way back. Or maybe not. Pacer says, bro, you ain't fooling anyone. About what, Pacer? What do you think I'm trying to fool you about? Do tell. Oh my god, Saul, MC is back, says Danny. It certainly is, Danny. I'm back in Minecraft. Have been for a few weeks now. Been playing this new mod pack, which has been so much fun. Even though I am still quite lost right now. You should play a horror mod, says Retro. You know, to be honest with you, Retro, I don't like Minecraft horror mods. I think they're mostly crap, for want of a better word. I don't think Minecraft's a scary game, and I don't think any amount of modding can make it into a scary game. You know, no disrespect to people who like Minecraft horror mods or who make Minecraft horror mods, but I don't see the appeal. I don't really see the horror, you know. Ooh, redstone. How are you, Saul? Hope you've had a good day, says Danny. I'm very good, Danny. I've had a very good day. I've been here like 3 times now. Okay, this is definitely... Unless it was up here. I see a light up there. It could be this way. Maybe. Well, there's more redstone. I'm not going to complain as long as I'm still finding redstone. That's really what I came down here for in the first place. I think, like I said earlier, though, I think we're going to just have to dig our way back to the surface, because at this point, I don't think we're going to find the way that we came. Which means our only choice is to dig up. Really? And hope that we got enough juice left in our pickaxe to get to the surface. We're not underneath a huge mountain or anything, I don't think. So, let's start digging, I suppose. Danny says, I watched your little adventure video the other day and really enjoyed them. Oh, you mean my Peak District videos? Glad you enjoyed them, Danny. I had a lot of fun making them. Now, you know, we are getting into summer here in the UK now. It's getting lovely and warm. So I definitely will be doing more trips to the Peak District in future. I think next time I'm going to go to Ladybower Reservoir in Bamford. Maybe go up Win Hill. But I'm not sure for definite. Could go anywhere really. Could go Frogger Edge. Could go Matlock. Could even go to the opposite side of the Peak District, to Buxton maybe. We'll see what happens. But there will be more Peak District videos coming. What days do you stream ETS? Says RHXKZip. At the minute, I'm not streaming Euro Truck. I have put that on a bit of a break for the time being. So there's going to be no Euro Truck streams now until next month, unfortunately. Put some makeup on, says Rogley. I don't know how good your eyesight is, Rogley, but I am actually wearing makeup. It's called foundation. Just because I've not got lipstick and eyeliner and eyeshadow and all of that stuff on doesn't mean that I don't have makeup on. It's Mason says, what mine-ready version are you using? Is that... I'm going to assume that's a typo, and you mean what Minecraft version? Unless mine-ready is the name of a mod that I've not heard of or something. The Minecraft version is... I think it's 1.20, but obviously it is heavily modded. Okay, we should be at the surface by now, so I'm guessing we've come up under a mountain, which is less than ideal. But this is a cave, so we can probably make our way to the surface from here. I'm going to get a little bit of calcite as well. Oh no, it's marble. Well, we'll get some anyway. That's as much as we're getting, apparently. We've broken our pickaxe. We'd better be able to get out from here, then, because I have no pickaxe now. Is that sunlight, or is it a torch? I can't tell. It's a torch, but I... Oh my god! I've broken everything. Jesus. My ankles. Okay, not to worry. We're still... Right, I can't get trapped. I have no pickaxe right now. I cannot get trapped. Do / repair armor and tools. I'm not cheating. So, no. I won't be doing that. Okay, I see the sun. Thank God. How long have you been trans? Says RHZKZip. I came out about 4.5 years ago. And we just hop across here. There we go. And back to base. Oh, the base is starting to take shape now. I'm loving how the base looks from a distance now that we've started to bring it all together. Let's use our spyglass actually and look at that. It's really coming together. I'm really liking it. Okay, let me first and foremost get some sleep. I'm going to use the emergency exit because there's a skeleton round the front. Do you go to a barber's, says Leslie. I don't, Leslie, no. I've actually never been to a barber's in my life. Back before I came out, my dad used to do my hair for me. And by do my hair, I mean just shave it, because I had absolutely no interest in looking after my hair as a kid. I just had it shaved, all you know, every few weeks or every month or so. But since I've come out, I've just looked after it by growing it. Basically, I've never had it trimmed or cut or anything like that. Okay, redstone and quartz. I'm going to go ahead and start smelting some of this as well. Pop that on there. We got quite a lot of raw material to get smelted right now. It looks uneven, you should get layers. I really don't intend to do anything with it really beyond what I've already done. Like I say, I've managed for the last 5 years without going to a barber's, and I think my hair's pretty good. I'm quite happy to keep it the way it is. Okay, what do I need to be crafting right now? I'm going to craft some rose quartz, as much as I can. There we go. And then some sandpaper. That one's nearly broken, but we do have some more. In fact, we can get a deployer to do this for us. There you go. Oh, that wasn't done. I do layers if you want them. I'm really not looking to get anything done with my hair, Leslie. Thank you for the offer, but I'm fine. I'm very happy with my hair the way it is. Just waiting for these to be smelted. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I just didn't want to put raw materials into our storage. I wanted to make sure it was all smelted, at the very least. I'm going to turn all of this rose quartz. I don't think rose quartz can be used for anything apart from electron tubes, so we might as well just turn it all into electron tubes. We could make a rose quartz lamp. I'm never going to use one of those. There's no point. Let's just make it all into electron tubes. Chipsky says, "I'd love to see Soul have a makeover and get her nails done." That's another thing I've never done. I've never done my nails before, and I don't really know how I'd get on with false or painted nails. It's just not really something I've ever been interested in doing, to be honest. Okay, we need a... Let's get back to the game. We got things to be getting on with right now. We need kelp. We need brass. Maybe for a special occasion. Maybe for a special occasion, yeah. But such an occasion has not yet arisen. I mean, I was a bridesmaid at my grand's wedding last year. I didn't even get my nails done for that. Oh, we need a barrel as well, don't we? Planks and acacia. There we go. Okay, there's the barrel. So now that we've done all that mining, we should be able to actually start assembling our machine. We want a barrel there. We want a funnel there. The funnel is going to dispense... Well, you'll see how it all works once we get it all together. It might be a good idea to get a what do you call it? Another pickaxe, just in case we need to break any blocks. So I'll probably go and whip another one of those up. Then we need 3 slabs. I was going to use calcite, but really we can use anything. I don't think we're going to get much calcite for a while now, because we've used up our supply of what we already had. Oh, excuse me. Let me have a drink. I'm drinking cream soda flavoured Pepsi today, by the way. It tastes exactly the same as vanilla Coke, which I like, so... Foob says, "Can you rate me in my PFP?" I cannot see your PFP from here, Foob. It's way too small. Sorry. Thoughts on the Supreme Court ruling, says Seth. I have a video about that, Seth. If you want to know my thoughts, please go and check that out. I don't really want to discuss stuff like that on stream, because I just want to have fun and play Minecraft. Okay, we need another pickaxe. Sticks. Let's get girders out, because we're going to need some of those as well. In fact, I'm going to take out all the iron we have, and not all the andesite, but a couple of stacks of andesite, because we're going to need quite a few of those. And we'll start pressing a few of these into plates. 12 should do us for now. Then a pickaxe while we're waiting. It's pronounced pube, says pube. Okay, well, great choice of username. There we go. Okay. I always do that the wrong way around when it comes to making girders. I always put the andesite on top, or the plates on top. I can't even remember which way round it is, and I've literally just done it. But whichever way round it is, I always do it wrong. Okay, so we're going to have girders here. Not there, we don't need one there. Hello, how are you? Says hello, Huz. How are you doing? I'm very well, thank you. How are you doing today? Okay, then we need another one of these here at the bottom. Make sure it's in the right place. There we go. So these just mark either end of our gantry assembly. We're then going to need a redstone. We're going to need 4 redstone links in total, so we should probably go and make some of those next. I'm very good, just ate some eggs, says Hello Huz. Cool. How do you like your eggs? Personally, I'm a big fan of scrambled eggs. Love scrambled eggs. I need to make some brackets. There we go. Iron nuggets. Medium rare, says Hello Huz. Okay, sure. I really don't know what's going on today. And I don't want to say what's going on, because you know and I know that if I say what's going on, it will continue going on to a greater extent, because that's how it works here on TikTok. So I'll say no more about the thing that's going on, or not going on for that matter. And if you're confused, me too. But I'm going to say no more about it. We need some slabs. I forgot to get some slabs out. I mean, we could use cut tough. Ooh. I feel like tough slabs might work quite nicely for what we need here. I mean, this is supposed to be a machine, you know. Machines don't stay brilliant, shiny white for long. They quickly get dirty and grimy, and I feel like these kind of actually do look like calcite slabs that have just been, you know, that have just got grimy and dirty over time. So I think they work quite well. Then we are going to pop a bracket at each end, just for realism, because otherwise the gantry is just floating off the ground. That looks really cool. What is it? It says Mummy Finder. So currently we are building a tree farm. Very exciting stuff. And in just a minute, once I've made the redstone links, we will assemble the actual farm portion, and you'll be able to see it in action. Let's get our hand crank back out. And then, how do I make redstone links? Redstone contact is what I meant. 5 cobblestone, 1 redstone, and an iron plate. That's all pretty easy stuff to get. Redstone and iron plates. Okay. I wonder if it's just one person. I'm not sure. It could all just be one person. I'm starting to think that it is. Okay, there's the redstone and the iron, and there are our redstone contacts. So if we just get those and a bit of glue, there we go. We're going to put this whole thing together. Hey, you having a good day? Says George. I am, George. Thank you very much. Okay, so this is ready now. All we need to do is apply the glue, which we can do one here, one across the middle here, and then one here. And now all of this is going to move as one contraption. So if I put the hand crank at this end and turn it, yeah, it's definitely one person. It's one person who has got like 50 different alt accounts for some reason. But it's absolutely one person doing that. But if I crank the handle now, the whole thing moves. It all moves in one go. And you can see the deployer working there. You can see the deployer going back and forth as it moves along. So once we've connected this to a power supply, it will be able to move independently. We won't have to be turning the hand crank the whole time. But as this goes along, the saw will cut down the trees. The deployer will plant fresh saplings, and we will have a fully automated tree farm. Let's bring it back. There we go. Happy Trans Day, says Chulalau. I don't know how to say that name. Thanks very much, but it isn't Trans Day. Thanks all the same. Okay, so we need a couple more shafts here. Then we're going to need a clutch, a... what's the thing that reverses the direction? Is it a gear shift that reverses the direction of... Right, can you actually fuck off at this point? I'm sorry. Genuinely. What's going on? I don't understand why this is happening. Can you all kindly just fuck off? Not you viewers, not the genuine viewers out there. You know what's happening, and if you're part of it, just please fucking don't. Not today. I'm just trying to play Minecraft and have some fun, you know. Okay, we don't have a gear shift, unfortunately. But they're fairly cheap to make. Cogwheel, andesite casing. There's the casing. There's... Oh, we only have large cogwheels. We got a couple of planks, though, which is I guess better than nothing. And we got some redstone left. There's 1 and 2. Put those together for a gear shift. Do we have a clutch? Because we are going to need a clutch as well, most likely. There we go. And there was something else that we needed. Oh, my TV's going to turn itself off, sorry. Oh, it was just a regular gearbox. Okay, well that's not a problem. Clutch there, gear shift there. Gearbox here. Oh, right, yeah, because we're going to connect this up to a water wheel. Thanks for following, Sam. Very kind of you. Okay, so we need a gearbox here. We are going to need another sawmill. And then it's pretty much all belts from that point on. We'll need a few more brackets. In fact, no, we won't. We've got exactly the right amount of brackets right here. Habits Overhype says, I've had such a long day at work. Sorry to hear that, Habits Overhype. Just, if your next comment is going to be, oh, my day's been ruined by you cheating, you're going to be blocked immediately. Just fair warning on that front. What do you mean? I do apologise. We've certain viewers of today's stream have been leaving certain comments to try to provoke a reaction out of me, and I'm just saying, don't be one of them, please. If you're not, then that's fine. There it is. The second that I said it. Fuck off. Actually fuck off, please. Can I actually not just enjoy myself? Can I not exist on the internet for 5 fucking minutes without people coming on trying to get a rise out of me and wind me up? I just want to play Minecraft and have fun. If you don't want that, then fuck off. Please. I'm absolutely not in the mood for it today. This is like the one stream a week that I actually enjoy doing, and I just can sit down and have fun and have a nice chat with my viewers, and someone just has to come along and try to ruin it. But it's not going to work. I am going to have fun. I am going to enjoy the rest of the stream. So, you know, do your worst, I guess. What is... I'm not actually sure what this block here is. Is it a gear? Is that a... Is it a gearbox? Is it an encased... It might be an encased shaft. Oh, I think... Oh, no, that's the water wheel. Okay, I see what we've done wrong. So there's supposed to be a water wheel here. I just placed it a couple of blocks to the wrong side. But no big deal. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it because I know what's going to happen. I need a water wheel. Sorry, everybody. I'm going to try and get my mind back in the game now and focus on what we're actually trying to achieve here in game. Apologies for my previous outburst. And oh, we don't have a bucket of water. We have an empty bucket, which we will need to fill. There we go. Okay. That should... Oh, so if we flip this now... Yes! Okay, we have automated. There it is. Okay, so from this point forward, I'm just gonna say I will only read comments from people who I know are regular viewers. So if you're not a regular viewer of the channel and you leave a comment, I'm just not going to read it out, full stop. I apologise, but it's what I'm going to have to do. It's either that or just turn the comments off completely, and I'm not going to do that either, because then everyone would be punished for, you know, for the actions of a few people. So if you leave a comment and you're not a regular commenter, it's not getting read out. Full stop. I'm sorry, but that's the way it's going to be. When's Oddworld next, says Jax? Next Oddworld is going to be on Sunday. Thank you everyone who joined me yesterday, by the way, for the first part of Muncher's Odyssey. I will be playing some more of that this Sunday coming. Thanks for following Jax as well. I know you have you've been here before. What mod is this, says Lewis Hume? This is well, it's a custom mod pack that I made called Create Ad Astra. But the mod that you're seeing right now... Oh, there's a villager on an elephant there. The mod you're seeing right now that adds in all this machinery and stuff like that is the Create mod. I need levers. That's what I came for. We don't have any. We can make some. Pop that back in there. We don't need it. Okay, so the lever, what we can do with the lever is reverse the direction of the gantry rotation, which is going to make the whole assembly move back towards us. So you can see right now it's up that end, but if I pop this lever, here and switch it, it comes back again. It does move very slowly, but you've got to think this is a tree harvesting farm, and the trees grow quite slowly anyway. There wouldn't really be any point in having it whizzing up and down really fast because the trees grow very slowly. So it makes sense for it to only move at this speed. But it is moving completely independently now. All we need to do is wire it up to these redstone links, and then what should happen is when it gets to the end, it'll automatically change direction and go back again. And it'll just go up and down indefinitely. And if we flip the lever again, off it goes in the opposite direction. And if you look at the redstone link here, you can see as soon as it hits this end, a redstone signal's passed through, and that's what we're going to use to flip the direction so that it goes back again. So we're going to need 3 of these redstone links, as well as 1 of these toggle switches. So let's get on with that. Why do you have a map of Japan, says Isaac? Because I speak Japanese, Isaac. I've been a long-time Japanese learner for about, got to be nearly 10 years at this point. Although on and off, so I'm not exactly what you'd call fluent. But I've always been interested in Japan, its history and culture and stuff like that. What's your favourite game? Says X5 Punisher. My favourite game of all time is a game called Abe's Exodus for the PS1 from 1998. And I played it on stream last year, which was very fun. Andesite, diorite, or granite. Okay. I don't think we have any of those. Excuse me. Oh, we got 100... Wait, when did we get 188 granite? Oh, we went... Oh, from when we were mining earlier, yeah. Of course. And then we need a lever and a redstone torch. Okay, redstone torch. Lever. 3 granite. There's our toggle. And then redstone link. Ooh, whoops. Which is andesite casing and a transmitter. How do we make a transmitter? Copper plates and a lightning rod. It's a good job we got some copper. 3 copper sheets and a lightning rod's just 3 copper ingots, so none of that is particularly expensive. Can I play, says Pixel Secondary School? This is a single-player world, I'm afraid, so nobody else can play, unfortunately. Oh, we're going to need more of these, aren't we, actually? We're going to need to make 2 sets of redstone links. When can you go on one so people can play? I don't think I really will. Pixel Secondary School. I don't really have any plans to do a multiplayer world at any point, really. Okay, there's our transmitters and andesite casing. Oh, we need 3. Now, hold on. Hang on. There we go. And then we combine these with the transmitters. That should get us our redstone links. Perfect. Okay, it's starting to take shape. We're an hour into the stream, so it's taken a bit longer than I expected, but we finally got, I think, everything that we're going to need to get this thing up and running. So we need a link there. We can get rid of that lever. Oh, can we set this up before it gets to this end? There we go, pop a block of granite in there. I think we're going to get it working. Set this to receive. Okay, so now what should happen is, when it gets to this end, it should automatically start going back the other way again. Because it'll hit this redstone contact, which sends a signal to the redstone link, which flips the toggle lever for the gear shift and reverses the direction of the gantry. There it goes. It's working. And it will continue to do that indefinitely from this point. We don't have to touch it. It will just continuously go backwards and forwards. And every time it hits the end, it'll reverse and go back in the other direction. Perfect. Let's see it in action a second time. Okay, here we go. And there it goes again. Okay, perfect. I'm so glad that's working. No tinkering necessary. No fiddling. All we need to do now is plug in the conveyor belt, which is going to take the saplings away when they're harvested, or the trees away when they're harvested. And then obviously we need to put some saplings in it so it can start planting. Because as Jack says, there's no trees yet. The trees aren't in there yet. We do need to get the trees in there, as well as various other bits and pieces. So it's not done yet. There's still quite a lot to be done. But the actual gantry mechanism is now operational, which is very good, very exciting. I'm going to whip up some granite pillars because they're one of my favourite decorative blocks from Create. Can I sleep? Not yet. We're going to need a couple more barrels as well, because this is going to be connected to our network of chain conveyors. And the trees will be automatically loaded into packages on the chain conveyor. It's all going to be very efficient and automatic. Thank you, JWE, for the heart me, by the way. Very kind of you to send that. Okay, so the way this is going to work is the trees are going to be spaced out 5 blocks away from each other, just so that they don't contact with each other. Obviously, because the sawmill cuts down the entire tree, we don't want any leaves connecting to each other, because it just means that the trees won't be cut down properly. So the way we're going to do it is we're going to make it so that the trees can only be planted on specific blocks, and then none of the leaves will be touching each other, and there'll be no problems cutting down each tree cleanly. Hi YNWA, how are you doing today? Welcome to the stream. How's your day been? It's been very good. It's been a great stream so far. We spent the first half an hour or so mining for resources, but we are now currently working on building our automatic tree farm, which is going quite well. Okay, one here. And one here. There we go. Okay, so the trees will be planted on these blocks of coarse dirt. And again, as the crane goes up and down, it will plant trees on these spots, and when they're grown, it will harvest them again. There we go, just making it look nice under there. And just so that it looks even, let's make sure we do that on this end as well. There we are. Okay, the barrels. Where are the barrels going to be? Here, here, and here. And this is... Oh, we really need to sort our inventory out. I'm just going to dump stuff in my backpack for now. And we'll take stuff out as we need it. Like I say, it's pretty much just belts from this point. So we are going to have a belt running along here. And you may have been wondering why the mechanism here has a funnel on the side of it. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to have a conveyor belt running alongside the machine. And then whenever a tree gets harvested, the logs will be dropped onto the conveyor belt and they'll flow back towards the sorting machine. So, we need shafts. Quite a few of them. We need one here. Yeah, one there. And then one there. And we're going to have a long conveyor belt. We don't have any belts. There's going to be a long conveyor belt running along the bottom. We are also going to put some iron facades on top of it. Fortunately, items can interact with conveyor belts even if there are facades on top. Where's my iron ingots gone? In my backpack, obviously. There's the transport belts. So we'll make... I think 20 will be enough for our purposes. Belt along here. Facades on the top. And like I say, this it looks nice because there's not a big hole in the floor where the conveyor belts are, but there is still a conveyor belt underneath, and anything that's dropped onto it will still act as if it's been dropped onto the conveyor belt and will be moved along by it, which is very handy for us. Then we're also going to have... Oh, you can see there, I've just mined a block of dirt and it's automatically dropped itself onto the conveyor belt there. That's what we want, that's what we like to see. So then, there's also going to be a conveyor belt here. There we are. Let's remove that block. And then a one along the top here as well. And this one's going to have a sawmill in the middle, so as soon as the logs come up here, they're going to be stripped. We don't really need any logs, any like raw logs. They all need to be stripped, so we're just going to have them all stripped here as soon as they come out of the machine. Thanks for following, Millennial Girl 88. What are you making? Says Tyrese. I'm currently working on a on a tree farm. Sorry, this machine here is going to go up and down and harvest the trees, and then they're all going to come up here to the sawmill. To be turned into stripped logs, and then they're going to be distributed to our other factories. So we need the sawmill here, we need 3 cogwheels in between. Let me just break this. We need 3 cogwheels here. I'm going to move this lever over here. We can use this lever, by the way, in an emergency to turn the machine off, so if we need to stop it moving completely for whatever reason, we got a lever there just in case that needs to happen. But hopefully it won't. And then, oh yeah, we need a couple of belts here as well. Because what's going to happen here is the logs are going to be split. We want half of the logs to go to storage for future use, and we want half of them to go over to our casing farm, where they're going to be combined with the andesite alloy to make andesite casing. So half of them are going to go into this barrel, and half of them are going to go into that barrel. What else do we need then? Well, let's get a sawmill and some cogwheels first. I think that's probably a good place to start. Oh, shafts, sorry. There we go. There we go. Sawmill in the middle. And I'm also going to cover most of this with andesite casing. Now, fortunately, when you use andesite casing to decorate a block, it doesn't actually get used up. So if we just make one block, we can use it to add casing to all of these. I think that'll do, actually. And then we need gear shifters. We need chain drives as well to connect that belt up. Okay, so there's still a few bits and pieces we need. How are we doing for chain drives? We got 4 of them. Can we make any more? Yes, we can. They're incredibly cheap. There we go. Okay. And then mechanical saw, which is going to be more iron and another andesite casing. This is why we're making a farm, because andesite casing is one of those things that we're constantly having to craft more of. Once we got a machine to do it for us, it's one less thing for us to worry about in future, you know? Oh, is that done already? Oh, that's only 2. I needed 3. Give me one more. Thank you. Okay, then we'll whip up a sawmill. There we go, or a mechanical saw as it's called. I keep calling it a sawmill. Was it ever called a sawmill? I'm sure I remember it being called a sawmill in early versions of Create. I could be wrong on that. I might just be misremembering. Not there. Needs to go there. And just to make sure it's active. Ow! Yep, it's definitely running. Then we just need our gear shifters. We actually only need to put these at this end. If we put one here and one here, that'll keep that belt rolling. But purely for decorational purposes, I'm going to put one under each corner of this girder framework. I just think it'll look a little bit more even. So these ones are purely for decorative reasons. Oh, and you can see the conveyor belt in action there because it's picked up a block of dirt. Which it will bring all the way to the sawmill. I'm going to go and sleep real quick though. In fact, do I have... I don't have a sleeping bag. I need to get on top of that. Okay, so next thing we're going to need is 2 packages and 2 frog ports, because we are going to have to load all this stuff onto the chain conveyor network, so that it all moves along like those andesite alloy are doing right now. But you can see this conveyor belt working away, bringing over the blocks of dirt here. They'll be fed into the sawmill, and obviously when it's logs they'll be stripped, and then the stripped logs will be split in half, which is the next thing we need to do. Oh, shall we do the frog ports first? No, we'll do the tunnels first. We're going to need 3 brass tunnels, which are 2 blocks of brass, 1 electron tube, and 2 kelp each. That's not too expensive. There's the kelp. There's the brass. Oh, we are running low on brass, though. Don't eat the kelp. We need that. Do we have any funnels already, or tunnels? No. Okay. Fredberry says, you look so cute today, Pookie. Thanks, Fredberry, I guess. And then we need electron tubes as well, which are in my backpack. And one more. And we are almost completely out of brass, so we're going to need to mix up some more of that. Fortunately, it's fairly cheap. We just need zinc and copper. We'll get 10 of each, and that'll make us 20 brass ingots. And a piece of coal just to heat up the blaze burner. Oh, the blaze burner's on the wrong side. I keep forgetting we've only got 1 blaze burner. Well, we've only got 1 filled blaze burner. So we're going to have to keep switching them around depending on which machine we need them to power. But that'll mix up some fresh brass for us. In the meantime, we also need to make 2 funnels, and these can just be andesite funnels. We don't need to go crazy with these. They'll do. We'll leave that machine to it. Eventually, by the way, I will have a path up this hill, because obviously at the minute we're just kind of jumping over trees and bushes to get to the top. But all of this will be connected to the main base properly in future. There we go. So what's going to happen here is anything that comes in is going to automatically be split. We can filter these, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to filter it so that any unstripped logs come out the middle, because we don't want unstripped logs being packaged by mistake. So anything that isn't properly stripped comes out here in the middle, and then the stripped logs go either side, and they'll go into the frog port, into the packages, and then the frog port. Which is the next thing on our list. So let's go make some packages, and 2 packages, 2 frog ports, a couple of signs, a couple of levers, and then the tree farm will be ready to go. In fact, actually, we can get the tree farm going right now, because the only thing that we still need to do is the packager, so we could actually set it harvesting straight away, which we might as well do. Let's turn the machine off for a second. I'm going to filter this... Oh, I can't interact with the filter from this angle. There we go. Just filter that to make sure that it always places birch saplings, and then we put the birch saplings in here. Oh no, wait, shit. Okay, I forgot we also need to filter this so that it only takes birch birch logs, sorry. Otherwise, it's going to just drop all the saplings onto the conveyor belt, and we don't want that. We only want logs on the conveyor belt. There we go. I'm also going to put one of those there in the middle. One here. And then if we put the saplings in again, they won't spill out this time. Strip that. And I'm going to just quickly filter these two outputs here. And then... I'll put one on the sawmill as well, just in case it tries to saw them into something else, which shouldn't be a problem, but you never know. And then if I set this going again, it should start planting the saplings. There it goes. And then when it gets to here, it'll plant another one. You get the picture. Again, it moves very slowly, but the trees grow slowly anyway. There's no point in having the machine moving really quickly when the trees are going to take a while to grow. So it's just going to slowly move up and down, planting saplings, and then eventually when the trees have grown, it will harvest them as it goes. So while that's working away, we can get back to working on the packaging system. So let's see what we need. Well, let's see what we got, actually. Do we have any packages already? Nope. Do we have any frog ports already? Nope. We do have a couple of chain conveyors, which is handy, but we will need more chains. Iron is going to be a bit of a problem. Oh, go away, villager. We don't need you. Okay, frogport, slime, item vault, andesite, alloy. Empty hand, empty hand. Slime, 2 of those. I've already forgotten the other things. Vault, oh Christ. Okay. So that means 2 more barrels. There we go. And andesite alloy at the bottom. Oh no. We need... Is it 2 or 4 iron plates? I think we need 4. I'm pretty sure it's 2 plates per vault. There we go. So, barrel in the middle, plates each side. No, that makes an oil barrel. We don't want an oil barrel. We want an item vault. It's above and below, so it's the same recipe. Same ingredients, but a different shape. Definitely don't want oil barrels, because we haven't started doing anything with oil yet. Packager, we need 2 of those. Oh, that means more cardboard. Cardboard needs pulp. Pulp needs sapling, 4 saplings and water. Lovely. I think I'm going to go ahead and make a bunch of cardboard, to be honest, because we are going to need quite a lot more of it in the future. So we'll make a bit more than we need right now. Like, I know for a fact we're going to need more for the casing factory as well, which I'd also like to get done today. Oh, that was it? Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, we don't even have enough there for the cardboard that we need right now, let alone the future. And how do I actually make it into cardboard? In a mechanical press. Okay, well that's easy. We got one right here. And then 2 redstone and 4 ingots apiece. We're going to be running low on iron again. When are we not, though? There's the packages. We need 2 more levers, which we have, and we're also going to need 2 signs, which we don't have just yet, but we will in a moment. And let's go and see if the farm has produced any trees yet. It has. We've already got some logs starting to appear. That's very good news. I'm going to make the signs out of birch, I think. It feels thematically appropriate. There we go. And we're ready to start packaging. So we are going to need a package of there, package of there. We need to put the andesite pillars in for the chain conveyor. Where are my andesite pillars? They're back in the storage chest. We're nearly there. We've nearly got it working. Okay, here. And a chain conveyor on top. Nope, on top. Nope. On top, thank you. And then another one here, yep. There we go. Connect those up. And we should, I don't know if it will be far, I think it might be too far actually. I'm going to try and connect this chain conveyor to here. Not enough chains. Okay, so it will reach, but we need a couple more chains. This is, we're going to need to get more iron. There's no two ways about it. We're going to need more iron. But, on the plus side, we should now be able to connect this up. Ta-da! Okay. And if we just put... It's not quite as impressive just yet, because we haven't actually got the the frog ports loading yet. But if we pop one of those here, and we pop one of those here, we're going to name this one storage. We're going to name this one casing factory. Hang on, let me just make sure that this one has got the correct name. This one should say storage as well. It does. I'm going to replace it with a birch one, though. There we go. And what should happen now, as soon as I turn these frog ports on, is we should start to see packages being loaded onto this chain conveyor. So this is really the moment of truth, everybody. Let's see if this works. We'll turn this one on first, because we haven't built the casing factory yet, so it won't go anywhere. These ones, though, we should start to see moving down to our storage area. There we go. That is the first package from our tree farm. And it'll go and join the other packages down there on the chain conveyor to the storage area. This package spinning round here is addressed to the andesite casing farm, which we don't actually have built yet, so I'm going to turn that back off. And we'll just pop this, we'll just pop these planks in here. Send all of it to the storage area for now. But there it is in action. There goes our packages from the tree farm to the storage area. Down they go. Which is the first of two big projects that I wanted to get finished today. Now, we only have an hour and 20 minutes left, so I don't know if we're going to get the second build done today, but we do have another project to get to work on. So, now that we have the tree farm, this is going to provide stripped birch logs. You can see a tree's just popped up there. It'll get it on its next go round. This is going to produce stripped birch logs, which are going to be distributed, so half of them go to storage, and half of them are going to go to the andesite casing farm, where they're going to be combined with the andesite alloy that we've made our andesite alloy farm down there, and we will have then automated our production of andesite casing. There's a lot still to be done, so we're going to need to make another schematic for the andesite casing farm. We'll leave this machine just doing its thing. I do want to see it cut down a tree, though, because we haven't actually seen it cut down a tree in action on stream yet. So let's just hang around just for a minute and see how it does its thing. Here we go. And hits the tree, starts cutting. As soon as the tree falls down, it'll plant a fresh sapling and deploy the birch logs onto the conveyor belt, where they're going to head all the way back to the end and get stripped into stripped birch logs. There we go. It's working perfectly. Everything is going according to plan so far. So let's get on with project number 2. So we are going to need to make ourselves another schematic, which needs blue dye and white dye. Combine those for light blue dye, and then we need some paper. Last piece. There's our schematic. We'll take this to the schematic table, and we now need our casing factory. There we go. Now this machine is a bit more complicated, as you'll see in just a moment when we place it down. And this is going to go in the other space that we've cleared, which is just up here. It's right next door to the log factory, which will feed logs directly into it. There it is. This machine is going to produce our casing for us. We do need to rotate it. It's completely the wrong way around right now. So these 3 pillars here are actually these 3 pillars here. They don't have to line up. Because the main portion of the machine is this bit here, as long as that's in the right place. Okay. There we go. So that's at least aligned properly in that direction. Then we just bring it, if I can get round, bring it this way a little bit. I think we can afford to bring it this way a bit more. As long as we got space to get all the way around the machine, you know? I mean, we can always trim this back a little bit more just to give us the proper access in that area, but everything there seems to be properly lined up with these pillars here. It's essential that they're all lined up properly, and you'll see why when we get to building it. But I think that's good there. And how will that align, just out of interest? It doesn't need to, but how will it align with what we've got here? It won't at all. Okay, fair enough. Good to know. I think that's where we're going to do it then. I think that's where we're going to place it. So first, I'm going to put the girders in first this time, just to mark where the edge of our builds is going to be. There we go, one there, and then another one here. And then we're going to need 2 more chain conveyors. In fact, we don't need to put the chain conveyors in yet. Let's get on with the assembly of the actual machinery here. So, we are going to need a barrel here. Oh god, this is way more complicated, this one. Let me just go back and unload some stuff first before we start building this. Let's do a clean slate. Let's just put everything away and then take stuff back out again, depending on what we actually need for this particular job. I mean, the andesite alloy can stay. We're obviously going to need that. There we go. Now let me go and have a quick rest. And then straight back to building again. So we will need, at the very least, I think there's 4 brass tunnels, which means we're going to need more electron tubes. 4 brass tunnels, as well as 3 brass funnels, which are also quite expensive. God, this is... As we progress, the builds are going to get more and more costly because they're going to get more and more complex. If I can spell properly, thank you. Not there. Okay, there's our funnels. Then we need... Oh, we're not going to have enough tunnels. We're 1 tunnel short. Are you joking? And we don't have any more electron tubes, which require nether quartz. We're going to have to go to the nether. I suppose we could just... Yeah, we could just nip in real quick. You know, find the nearest bit of quartz and then get straight back out again. Okay, there's some there on the ceiling. We don't have anything to build up with. Why did I not bring anything to build up with? We'll get this here. Oh, there's a mosquito. Oh, there's another mosquito. It's going to attach to me. There it is. Okay. Get off, get off, get off. There's another one coming. I can hear it. Get off. That'll be enough. We don't really need any more than that. What's this that we've collected? A Crimson Mosquito Proboscis. Oh, interesting. I don't think we've had one of those before. We'll just store that. We don't really need that right now. What we do need is another electron tube, which means redstone and iron. Oh, we are going to need to get more iron as well. Like, right now. That didn't even land on the thing. There we go. Oh, we need sandpaper as well. Oh. There's like a million different things that we could automate. But let's, you know, one thing at a time. Electron tube, and that will get us our funnel, our tunnels again. There we go. So we got our tunnels, we got our funnels. We now need conveyor belts and shafts. There's the belts. There's... We don't have any shafts. We'll make some more. There we go. We're getting there. Right, so we're going to need a conveyor belt running along here. Perfect. And on top of that conveyor belt, we're going to have our tunnels. And then we also need conveyor belts running along here. Which I'm going to connect at this end. There we go. And what I'm doing here is, it's kind of a bit of future-proofing, because right now the machine's only going to produce andesite casing on this belt here, but in future it's also going to produce copper casing and brass casing on these other two belts. So right now these other two belts won't really be used for anything, but they will eventually have a use. And then one here, which is going to connect to our upper area. That was our last belt, but I think that's all we need right now anyway. Then we need a gearbox and another gearbox. 2 gearboxes. Is that a gearbox? No, why would there be a gearbox there? I'm not sure why there's a gearbox there. I don't think there needs to be. We'll see. Let's go get 2 gearboxes and a water wheel. There we go. And while I'm at it, I'll whip up a couple more belts as well, because we could do with some more of those. There we go. Water wheel. Oh, we've made the water wheel. Vertical, not a vertical gearbox, just a regular gearbox. Andesite casing. It's starting to come together. It might not seem like it right now, but we have actually done quite a bit today, because we got the tree farm working. This is going to be the second second build that we've got working today, if we do get it done by the end of the stream, which I'm sincerely hoping we do. Just grab a bucket of water. Boiler's still doing good. We need a stressometer as well. I keep forgetting to add in a stressometer. But the more chain conveyors that we add, the more stress is going to be put on the system. And eventually it won't be able to keep up. So we do need to be wary of that. Okay, where... Water wheel here, maybe? I think this is where we want to put the water wheel. Gearbox there, obviously. Chain gear shifters here. They don't... We could use cogwheels. I'm not sure what the best option is there. This will get all of these belts turning, though. Let's do it with cogwheels. We haven't really used... Since I discovered that chain gear shifts existed, we haven't really used cogwheels that much for rotating things, but I think we'll use them now. So that'll add power there. That's going to put power to these deployers up top, which we also need to craft, so better get started with that. And then we need a lot of girders. We need 2 funnels, andesite ones, and we also need 6 chutes, which... Are chutes made entirely of andesite, or do they need iron? They need iron. We're going to need more iron. There's no two ways about it. We'll have to go and mine some more iron, I'm afraid. That's it. Yeah, there's nothing else there. We got 9 iron ingots, iron nuggets, which should be enough for a block. That's not really going to cut it for us, is it? Let's make the andesite funnels at the very least, and then we could also make... Oh god, no! We need 3 iron per 4 chutes. Okay, yeah, we need to go mining then. In the morning, we'll go mining, grab a little bit more iron. We can make some brass hands, though, right? Yeah, brass hands are easy. They don't require any iron. So let's whip up a few of those, because we're going to need 3 deployers. Andesite casing, electron tube. We're going to need more for the electron tubes as well, so definitely we need to go and grab ourselves some more iron. Can't sleep yet. Look at the machines at work, though. There's literally nothing happening right now. I thought, as soon as I look out of the window, nothing's happening. Come on, just show me a package. No? Okay. I know they're working, though. I've seen them. Okay, 3 brass hands. There we go. Then we'll go to sleep. And in the morning we'll go and get some more iron again. There's a package. How's our farm doing then? Because I've not seen any packages come down from here, really. It is piling up, though. It's piling up in that one because that one's switched off at the minute. It's definitely... Well, it's definitely still running. And how's it looking for saplings? Already filling up quite nicely. I think, yeah, we can pretty much leave that machine now. It'll just go forever. I got an itch right underneath my headset. Ow. Oh, hello. Minnows? Are they minnows? Nope, they're the... Oh, they're bluegills. Cute. Now, we have actually exhausted quite a lot of this surface iron in the mountain biome, but hopefully we can scrape together another stack. That should be enough to build everything that we're going to need for today's contraption. There it is. Need to get to work on that auto feeder as well. We're going to need a fairly reliable source of ender pearls, because a lot of the crafting, a lot of the backpack upgrades require ender pearls, and there's a couple of other things that we need to craft that we're going to need ender pearls for as well. So it might be a good idea to go hunting in the warped forest in the nether. Hello, emu. Can I get past? Thank you. Oh. Can't hurt to look in a small cave, I guess. Skeletons. Lovely. It's all good. I am good, thank you, Lewis. How are you doing today? Oh god, they're everywhere. But the good news is, so is iron ore everywhere. Let me just get my torches out of my backpack. There we go. So let's grab what we can and head back to base. Some more there. Oh, that's a bit trickier to reach. We got a little bit of dirt, which might help us. Yeah, I think we'll get all of it from here. That's what I like to see. 23. It's not a lot in the grand scheme of things. You know how quickly we use it. I think we're going to need a bit more than that. I want to try and make it a stack at least. What the... Oh! What are you? What are you? Ah! Help! Help! Oh shit. Oh shit. What is that? Oh, Jesus. Where's it gone? I need to get out of here right now. Oh god, it's there. What are you? A rocky roller. Holy shit. God, get away. Okay, well, I guess we're abandoning that cave. I don't think it can follow me above ground. Let's consult the book. Let's see what that's all about, shall we? Rocky Roller. The Rocky Roller is a giant, aggressive monster found exclusively within the Dripstone Cave. Well, that wasn't a Dripstone Cave, for a start. Suited with a shell covered in pointed dripstone, this monster does not take kindly to intruders and seeks to crush them by rolling towards it. If slain, can drop tough, pointed dripstone, and a rocky shell. Interesting. Did not like it. Did not like that thing one bit. But very interesting. Oh, stop placing torches everywhere, Saul. Come on, I need iron. Just give me some iron. Aha! Do you follow all your followers, says Jackson Kane? No, Jackson Kane. I think I've got about twice as many followers as follow in. And obviously not everyone who I follow follows me either, so... I don't know, I reckon I'd probably about 1,000... I'd probably follow about 1,000 of my followers back. I don't just... I tend not to just follow people back just for the sake of it, because TikTok has some quite strong opinions about that, unfortunately. They really don't like people doing follow backs and stuff like that, so I don't. Obviously, I'll follow people who I'm interested in and I want to see their content, but oh god, we're quite high up right now. I think that's where we started, isn't it? All those weeks ago. What content, says IO? I make a lot of different content across many different disciplines, I guess. I do piano covers, I do documentary-style videos, like my recent Peak District documentaries. I do discussion videos where I talk about common issues and arguments within the queer community. Obviously, I do my gaming content, which is mostly streaming. I do videos. I've done Lego tour videos where I like review Lego sets and stuff like that. I've done quite. I've for want of a better phrase, I've got my fingers in a few pies, you might say. I try not to be tied down to one specific type of content. I just like making videos about things that I enjoy, you know, and sometimes that's, you know, walk-in videos, sometimes it's Lego videos, sometimes it's piano stuff. It's a bit of everything. I think my TikTok, the content that I make on TikTok is a very good reflection of who I am. You know, it's a very good representation of all my various different hobbies and interests. Okay, we've got a stack of iron ore now. I am going to get a little bit more while we're here, but I think a stack will be enough for what we need today to build this casing factory. Oh, there's a waystone. Oh, we'll have that. I mean, actually, we could use it here, so we can come back here instantly whenever we need more iron. Should we leave it here or should we move it? I think we'll move it, actually. We can deploy it elsewhere. I think I saw you in Doncaster once, says Jackson. Well, more than likely, because that is where I live. Not actually in the town centre, but obviously I do go to town to get to places. Okay, we're at nearly a stack and a half now. I don't think many monsters spawn in this biome. I know there's having said that, there are a few starting to appear. But I think we're relatively safe in this biome, so I might just stay the night and just keep mining, you know, keep finding what I can. And then I'll definitely know that we've got enough. Oh, that's where we started, look. That's where we started way back in episode 1. We spent our first night down there on that little grassy plateau. I'm glad we didn't stay there. I don't think we would have had anywhere near enough room, you know, considering how much stuff we've built already. It was definitely a good idea to move somewhere with a bit more space for expansion. Okay, that's a stack and a half. Now, unfortunately, our home is on the other side of the volcano, so to get home we have to either go back the way we came along the mountaintop or go through the jungle. I don't think it's a very good idea to try and go straight across the top there. Terrible idea. Let's go back the way we came, because we might find more iron on the way. And by the time we get back, it'll hopefully be daylight again. And then we can get straight back to work building. Okay, there's some there. It looks like it's just one block, though. Please let this be worth it. Ah! Oh, whoops. Can I have that emerald as well, please? I don't really need it, but it'd be nice to have it all the same. 2 emeralds. 3 emeralds? Whoa. This just doesn't happen. That's, I'm lucky. It's my lucky day. It was 1 iron. Okay, less lucky now. Some here. I need to eat. Oh, there's some here as well. Good stuff. That's what we need. And some here. We might be able to push it to 2 stacks. Hey, Sunbird. Can you give me your feather falling powers? How close do I need to be to get the Sunbird's blessing? Can I get it now? Come on. Bless me. Please. Okay, don't then. Be like that. I'm going home. That's enough iron. That'll do. That'll build the casing factory. That's all we need for today. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Ah. Ow. God, these pumpkin slicers really don't give much sustenance. Like they don't have much saturation. They don't keep you fed for very long. This is why I want an auto feeder upgrade for my backpack, because they're a very good food because they're cheap and you can get loads of them really quickly. But they're also not the best food because you have to be eating them constantly to keep your health up. So if I could get a feeding upgrade for my backpack, and it'll just feed me pumpkin slices whenever I'm hungry, then I won't be distracted by having to eat every 10 seconds. And that's not an exaggeration, by the way. Like, look, I literally need to eat again already. These do nothing. They're not very nourishing. There's our base, though. It's a shame you can't really see the tree farm in the dark. I do need to put some lights on it, because it's not lit up at the minute, which is very dangerous. Monsters could spawn all around it and destroy it. I'll get some andesite cage lamps. They're fairly cheap to make. I think they are, at least. Or is it... Oh, wait, no, I might be thinking... I think the ones that I want to use are industrial iron cage lamps, which are a bit more expensive. We'll make some andesite ones first and see how they look. Okay, get these on to smelt. Chuck some of this stuff in my backpack for now. There we go. And just out of interest, I'll see if I've got any cage lamps already. Nope. Okay, how do I make a cage lamp? Yellow andesite cage lamp. I think that'll be... That'll look fine. We just need torches, andesite, and andesite plates. So we can whip some of those up, no problem. And then we need to press some plates as well. Some iron ones. There we go. And that's going to make us our chutes. And then what else did we need for the deployers? Sorry. Andesite casings, electron tubes, okay, which require rose quartz. Oh god, we're low on redstone again already. This is becoming tedious. I think we need to try and automate redstone production somehow as well. I think you can get redstone by grinding other materials. Let's have a quick look. Redstone ore. Nope. Never mind. Oh, we can get it by washing crushed raw iron. There's a 75% chance. That's really good odds. So if we can find a way to reliably generate iron, which there are a few different ways we can do that with Create, then we might be quids in there. Oh, we need another one. We're still one short. Oh my god. Okay, 3 deploy... Wait, where's my andesite casings? We don't have any. That's literally what we're building right now, is a farm to make andesite casing. Okay, 3 deployers, please. There we go. Oh, that took a while longer than I thought it would, but it's done now. Let's go and place our industrial cage lamps up here, just so that this place is lit up in the dark. Let's put... Ooh, let's go 1 here. 1 here. 1 here. And then we'll put 1 on top of the... If I can get on top of it. Quick. Quick, it's going. It's leaving me. Okay, I'm terrible at parkour. Oh, we can just jump up here. Okay. Oh, we need to turn the machine off first. Okay, we'll just... 1 second. There we go. Okay. The machine should now be nicely lit up at night. We got some lamps at each end, and we got 1 on the actual moving part of the machine. So that should, when it gets to night time again, it should look nice and shiny and bright in the darkness. Okay, let's get our schematic out again. So we need tunnels on these 4. Now, in the blueprint, all of this is covered in casings. Am I going to actually do that? Yes, I am. Let's cover the whole thing in andesite casing. Then we want to put our brass tunnels on top here. We need a funnel here. Wait, oh, I've put the granite away. There's always something I've forgotten to get out. We need granite. Thank you. So there's going to be a granite pillar here and here. A barrel on top. We don't have any barrels at the minute, so I will just pop another pillar on top for now. And we'll put in front of that 1 of these funnels. And if we click on the funnel with a wrench, we can extend it so that it covers the belt. It just makes it look a little bit nicer, fills that gap a little bit better, which I think looks quite nice. And then same again here. Do you also stream on Twitch, says IO? I don't, IO, no. I only stream on TikTok and YouTube. Hi, if you're watching on YouTube, by the way. Sorry, I was just making sure that I was actually still live on YouTube. The YouTube stream, I can't check as much because I'm streaming through OBS on YouTube, whereas with TikTok I'm using TikTok Studio. But I do try to keep up to, I do try to keep up with the live chat on both TikTok and YouTube. Not that many people watch over on YouTube anyway. It's really only so that I can save the VODs rather than copying them over from TikTok after the streams. But if you do want to watch on YouTube, by all means, please do. Okay, we need to put our deployers here. With a shaft through the middle. Can't reach that. There we go. Okay. The deployers are active. We are getting there. So next we need to build this complicated array on top of the deployers, which are going to feed in the andesite, copper, and brass to the respective deployers. So we need to get up here, which we can't do because you can't run up a conveyor belt. There. Please just let me get up here. Thank you. Oh, for... There we go. Okay. And if you click on the side of it, not like that. Oh. Why did that not work before? There we go, it worked that time. Okay, if you click on the side of a chute, it connects diagonally, which results in this. And then we just put our brass funnels on top, along with 3 item vaults. I think we best go and make those now. We need 3 item vaults and also 2 more barrels, so I'll go and whip those up. Probably a good idea to have a crafting table at every location, so we're not having to come back to this main one at the storage area every time. Okay, that's not enough. We need 3 more. That's still not going to be enough, is it? Nope. Oh, for... There we go. That's enough. Right. Then we also need 6 iron plates. I keep saying plates. They're actually called iron sheets, but I keep calling them iron plates because I'm so used to playing Factorio. Which, if you've never played Factorio, it's very similar to just playing Minecraft with the Create mod. Genuinely. And a lot of the items have similar names and stuff like that, so I will frequently call things by their Factorio name instead of their Minecraft name. No! Shit. Oh, I made oil barrels. I wasn't paying attention. I've accidentally made oil barrels instead of item vaults. Which now means even more barrels are going to be required. Make sure you're making the right thing this time, Saul. There we go. Item vaults. Good. Unbelievable. Okay, item vaults. They're gonna go, the item vaults are gonna go on top. The barrels are gonna go below, and then we just need packages. This machine's come together quite a lot quicker than I expected it would, as well. To be honest. Oh, I'm not going to be able to parkour my way up top, though, am I? What do you mean? Oh, I can get on top of these, just. Okay. There we go. And then the tunnels on... the funnels, sorry, on the bottom. Not there. There. Right, take that out. Oh, now they've gone out of sync with each other. They'll go out of sync with each other eventually anyway, once the machine's up and running. So this is ready to go, actually. The only thing we need to do is plug in the frog port so that it can actually unload stuff. So we're going to need 3 packages and 3 frog ports. Quite a lot of material required for that. So let's get straight down to business. Frog ports require slime balls, which we got 3 of. Perfect. They also require item vaults, which means we're going to need to make 3 more of those. I hope we're going to have enough for all the girders that we're going to need to make as well. Iron girders are so expensive for such a great decorative block in this mod. And then I think we just need andesite alloy. One more. That'll do. And then more slabs. There we go. 3 of those. 3 more item vaults. Hi, Douglas. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. How's your Monday been? Okay, there's our frog ports. We also need 3 packages. Oh, which means more cardboard. Cardboard is so expensive, though. Cardboard should not be that expensive compared to how much it costs in real life. Cardboard's very cheap, as I understand it. I'm doing good. How are you? It's been an alright day. I'm glad to hear it, Douglas. I'm doing pretty well. I'm enjoying today's stream thoroughly. So far today, we've built this machine here, which is harvesting birch planks for us. Well, birch logs. We're just going to borrow some of these saplings from it. We'll leave it with a few so that it can actually replant. But this machine's producing birch planks for us right now. Okay, bucket. There we go, in my backpack. Minecraft's an amazing game. I do agree, Douglas. I love this game so much. And mods just make it so... I can't stress enough how much I enjoy playing modded Minecraft. Like, vanilla Minecraft's great, but I love how much choice there is when it comes to modding in Minecraft. There's so many incredible mods out there. Okay, I think we're going to have exactly the right amount of pulp here for the cardboard. We then need 6 redstone, which we've got just about. We are running low on redstone again, but I think we'll have enough to make this work. There's our 12 pulp, which will be pressed into cardboard. I'm just trying to think what else we're going to need. We're going to need 6 chain conveyors and a lot of chains, which are going to cost us quite a lot of iron. How much for a chain conveyor? A large cogwheel and 4 andesite casing. Well, that's not too bad, really. And then large cogwheel, which we only have 1 of at the minute, but we can make some of those. You look very adorable. Thanks, Douglas. It's very nice of you. And then combine these together. Should get us our chain conveyors. Nice one. We're also going to need some iron girders and andesite girders. You'll notice I've been using andesite girders for the chain conveyors. Just to differentiate them from everything else, which uses regular iron girders. Oh God, my hair's a bit of a mess right now. Okay, so we're going to want 3 cardboard boxes. There we go. Surround those with iron and redstone. There's our packages. Good stuff. So, we're going to want 1 here, 1 on here, and then the third one's going to be a bit trickier to place because it needs to go up top. Help if we had these girders in place, really. Third one goes there. Okay. So that one's going to unload to our vault at the top, and then obviously, in the top one we're going to have copper, andesite, and brass ingots going in, and then in this one here is where the oak, is where the stripped birch planks logs are going to go in, And then the finished casings will come out here. So how many more girders do we need? 2... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 8 more girders. Oh, that's perfect, because I think they are crafted in batches of 8 anyway. So... Why? Stop listening to me, Google. I think it's because I said okay. And as soon as you say okay, it thinks you are trying to ask it a question. Okay, how do I make andesite girders again? Oh, I only make 6 at a time. Rigged. It doesn't matter, it'll be enough. It'll be... We'll have some spares. It's better to have spares than to not have enough, right? So then, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Unless I've added this up wrong and we actually do need all of these. There we go. We were 1 short, so actually I did add it up wrong. We needed 11, but we got enough, that's what matters. So we're going to need to put a chain conveyor on top of each of those. We'll just use these to build up for now. So chain conveyor there, chain conveyor there, and a chain conveyor down. Can't reach it. Ow. There. Don't need that one there. And then the frog ports, we can unload this one onto here. No target selected. I mean, I literally just selected the target. There's the target. Thank you. Oh, these are so tricky to place. No, I don't want... Target that, and then go on top of there. Thank you. This one then needs to target there, and go there. And then the top one, which is going to be a bit trickier to reach without falling flat on our face. I'm just going to keep doing this until I die of fall damage, aren't I? Okay, let me just get my strength back. Okay, the last one's going to target the middle. Please, please, come on. For fuck's sake, please, come on, just... Thank you. Oh, okay. So this is going to be called Casing Farm, Casing Factory Metals. This one here, I'm not going to name yet, because as soon as we name that one, everything's going to start flowing in. But we do need a sign to put here. I'm going to go and sleep first, because it's starting to get dark. But it's nearly done, honestly. I think the only thing that I really want to add is just some decorative iron girders. There's not really anything else structurally or functionally that needs to be added to it. I do need to make sure that the items are being filtered properly, which means we're going to need to just head up there with some brass and copper just to make sure, and some andesite obviously, make sure all the belts, all the deployers are going to be deploying the correct items. So this left one here is going to be our andesite. This middle one's going to be copper. And this right one's going to be brass. And basically what's going to happen is our andesite, copper and brass are going to be loaded into the vault at the top there. The birch logs are going to be loaded into the bottom here and then split 3 ways. And then as the birch logs come along these belts here, the andesite, copper and brass will be deployed, creating the casings. The casings will then be packaged and put on the chain conveyor and taken back to base. So we do need to make sure that all the chains are connected up. That's a very important thing that needs to be done. There we go. Ow. And then we need the actual chains as well, so let's go and make some more of those. We're going to need quite a few chains to finish this off, though, because all of this now needs to be connected to the chain conveyor network. But once it is, it's going to be absolutely beautiful. Let's make some chains. 17, that probably isn't going to be enough, but we'll see. So what I'm going to do is connect this middle one to here. There we go. And then we're going to connect these connect these 2 off to the sides. There we go. And then finally, we're going to connect the 3 of these up with these ones over here. And hopefully we'll have enough chains for that. That's going to be 7. Okay, we're definitely not going to have enough chains for all of this. Can we do this right one? Not enough chains. Okay, we need a few more. But nearly there, only 2 more connections to make. Okay, 15. That's true. Let's see if that's enough. I'm really hoping the network can cope with all of this as well, because these add. I think these add. It says 32 stress units. I don't know if every single conveyor adds 32 stress units or if they add 32 between all of them. I'm hoping it's the latter, because otherwise we're putting way too much stress on the steam engine right now. Oh, 1 chain short. Are you joking? One chain short. Oh, it looks so cool though. I really do love it. It looks brilliant. Ta-da! Okay, that's all connected up. That's basically ready to go. All we need is to make sure the packages have got the right addresses, and they'll all start being distributed to this array here. So what's going to happen once it's all wired up is the andesite alloy, which is being produced at this factory, is going to come up here, along here, and over to this conveyor, where it's going to go into the deployers. The birch logs, which are coming from this farm here, are going to go along here and down the left-hand side, where they're going to go onto these conveyor belts. And then the finished product is going to go onto this chain conveyor, where it'll then go all the way around the loop, up here, down there, across to the vault, and into storage. Which means it's ready to go, pretty much. I do want to finish off the girders before we connect it up. I just really think it'll look great with the girders in place. So let's just count how many of those we'll need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, is that right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Call it 24, so that's 3 lots. As well as a couple of brackets. See if we got any already. Oh, we got... Perfect, we've already got enough. Oh, I've just tabbed out of the game by accident there. We need another bracket, ideally, though. Can I make another one of those, please? Yeah, I think we can afford to make some brackets. They're not exactly gonna break the bank. So 2 here. 2 there, sorry. With one of these on top. There we go. 2 here. Also with a bracket on top. Just makes the machine look a little bit more stable. There we go. Girder here. Oh, there's supposed to be a gearbox here. Ooh. We've actually missed... That's quite a glaring omission. If we didn't have that, this conveyor belt at the back wouldn't be working. Okay, well that's sorted that. There we go. And then... There we go. Oh, I miscalculated again, but we've got enough, so it doesn't matter. There we are. It would be nice to maybe have one last bracket here with a connection to the floor. But then it really is ready to go. I will see, before the end of this stream, you will get to see the casing farm in action. There we go. And probably at some point I'll get a chain connection here as well. So that they don't have to go all the way around the outside. We'll make it a complete loop, a closed circle. Okay, bracket on top here. And I think probably a bracket here, and then the last one here. Just makes the water wheel look a little bit more stable. And that is our casing farm ready to go. Actually, I tell a lie, there's still one last thing we need to do. We need to make sure that these funnels at the top have got filters on them. Because if they don't, the wrong items are going to go down the wrong chutes. So that one needs to be... I can't reach it, unfortunately. Come on. Oh, for Christ's sake. Andesite, thank you. If I can get up top. There we go. Middle one needs to be copper. End one needs to be brass. Okay. Ow. And I think a couple of cage lamps. There's a couple of cage lamps in the blueprint. I think they'll just finish it off. So I'll grab some of those. And then in the morning, it'll be ready to run. We'll also need a couple of levers and a sign. So we don't have any levers. We do have a sign, but I'm going to make our sign out of birch instead. I want us to use all birch signs because they're my favourite. I'm going to replace this one here as well, actually. There we go. Ooh, excuse me. And then what was it for cage lamps again? Three. Okay, there we go. There's the cage lamp sorted. Just need the levers, and it's ready to go. Okay, everyone ready for another moment of truth? Because this is it. This is the big one. This is what we've been working the whole stream to achieve, and it's about to be done. Didn't mean to put that there. There we go. Okay. Let's do it. You are gonna have a lever on your side here, and you're gonna take the finished casings to storage. You have not been named yet, but I'm gonna name you now. You're gonna be named Casing Factory, and I think that's gonna that should start bringing stuff in straight away. As soon as I rename this, we should start to see packages coming in this direction. Oh wait, we need to flip this lever as well. Okay. And then we also need to rename this sign to Casing Factory Metals. We'll have a split output here as well in future, but for now, Casing Factory Metals. There should be a piece coming through any second. In fact, just to jumpstart the machine as well, I'm going to take a stack of andesite alloy and put it in. And when this gets packaged, instead of going to the base, to the storage unit, it's going to go up this way instead. And as soon as I flick this lever here, our stripped birch logs are going to head in that direction as well. They'll all get sorted into their respective belts. So the birch planks are coming down the left side there. The andesite casing is going straight over the middle. And the moment of truth, we should start to see... Yes! There it goes. We've done it. There's our first andesite casing produced by machine. It's working. Oh my god, it's actually working. Have I run out of pumpkin slices? I have. I've eaten all my food. Look at it go. There they go. Our first andesite casings to be produced by our new machine. And they're going to head back down to the factory. So while the machine's running, I'm going to go grab some pumpkin slices. But you will start to see now, packages will be moving in every direction. Which is what we like to see. Get a couple of stacks of pumpkin slices real quick. There we go. In they come. And they should come in at quite a steady pace as well. Because each package only contains one andesite casing, so as long as the machine's running, it'll just churn them out one at a time. Obviously, once the machine runs out, it'll be a problem. But if we wanted to add some copper and brass as well, which I think we will, let's prepare for the future by preparing some of those. How much would we need to make a stack of each? Well, we've only got 11 zinc, which will make us 22 brass. So let's make a stack of copper casings and 11 brass. No, let's make half a stack of copper casings, sorry. And let's unload all of the rest of this crap, because we don't actually need any of this now. We are effectively finished for today. Apart from admiring the machine in action. We've done everything that actually needs to be done. So I'm going to mix up some brass. We got some copper. Blaze burner needs to be heated. Look at the frequency of the packages coming in, though. That we're going to have an almost constant flow of packages on the conveyor system now, which is really great. I love to see it in action like that. Look at it go, man. It's so cool. Just wait on this brass. Is there somewhere we can stand to just admire it in action? There we go. Let's get out our telescope. Look at them go! I love it. I love this mod pack so much, man. It's just so cool. The possibilities, you know. Look at that. We've got a machine that makes andesite alloy and a machine that makes trees. And we got another machine that takes the trees from the tree machine, and it takes the andesite from the andesite machine, and it combines them. And then it takes them to the storage vault, and it's all automatic. It just goes. Look at all the packages whizzing about all over the place. It's just incredible. I just love what you can do with this mod. I can't believe how much potential this mod has, you know. Okay, we're gonna load some andesite and some copper and some brass into it as well right now. The easiest way to do that is to just put them in here, and they'll be packaged and put onto the conveyor belt there. But look at that. And I'm going to have a footpath that runs directly alongside the conveyor there. In fact, we can ride on the conveyor as well by right-clicking with a wrench in our hand. We will fall off because the trees are blocking our path. But this is so cool. Oh, we got stuck. There we go, look at us go. I love it. I just love it. And we're making copper casings, look at that! Copper casings being made. Look at it go! Copper, brass, and andesite casings all being produced by one machine, all at the same time. It's incredible. I love this so much. I love this game. I love this mod pack. I love this world. I love this series. I'm having so much fun with this. Seriously. Man. Look at it go. Look at all the packages coming in and out. This is brilliant. This is brilliant. Looks ace, says Dagger. I agree, Dagger. It's really something special, you know. I love this mod pack so much. Like, just the possibilities, the stuff that you can do. I mean, look at it. Look at this machine in action, pumping out andesite casing, copper casing, brass casing, all at the same time, all being transported down to our storage vault. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Let's take a quick ride on the chain conveyor, and let's ride it back to base if we can. We might get stuck on a few in a few places, but we'll see. It's just brilliant. Oh, we are stuck. We did get stuck on the tunnel there. But down they go. Look at them all go. Especially with the shaders as well. It looks so cool. Look at it working. We built all this. It's incredible. Oop, I accidentally looked up at the sky there. Look at that go. Wow. So let's go and see what we've got in the storage vault right now then. Let's see how this is affecting our what we've got in storage. We type in casing. We've already made a stack of andesite casing. The machine's only been running for a few minutes and we've already got a stack. We've also got 10 copper casing, 9 brass casing. This frog here is working his arse off just round the clock. Let's go. I just want to quickly sleep because I want to show you what it looks like properly in the daylight. Absolutely incredible. All these machines working away. We got the andesite alloy coming in. Going up this ramp here. We got our tree farm. Tree farm's working brilliantly, providing all the stripped logs for us. And probably filling up. So doing alright. And then we got our casing farm. Deploying all of the copper and everything else. It's already run out of logs because the log machine is working significantly slower. But look at that. Absolutely incredible. I think that's really all we've got for today. We actually have managed to get everything done that I wanted to do in perfect time. We got our casing farm over there. We've got our tree farm over here. We got everything exactly where we want it and in perfect time. So I guess we'll just admire the machinery for a couple more minutes and then I'll wrap up the stream. But it's been such a good one. Like I say, I'm so thoroughly enjoying this mod pack. It's an absolute pleasure. It's been so much fun. I just like automating stuff, you know. As someone who's a big fan of Factorio, this mod is basically just Factorio in Minecraft. It's fantastic. It's so incredible. And yeah, I really can't say anything about this mod that I haven't already said, because I love it so much, and I will never get tired of singing its praises. I mean, look at all this. We got a factory, basically. We've got a whole network of connected machines producing everything that we need. Down goes the stripped logs there. They'll get put onto the conveyor belt. Oh, they're going to get unloaded on the wrong side though, aren't they? Yep. Oh, they're going to... never mind, they're going to be split. So there's our brass casing. There's our andesite casing. Then they all get loaded back onto the chain conveyor. And they're going to go all the way up there. All the way along the top. All the way down there. And eventually, they'll make their way back to the storage vault. Which is actually filling up quite nicely now. We've got so much stuff here, and it's really great. I'm absolutely loving how this is all coming together. We got 68 andesite casings, 13 copper, 15 brass. we've now got a solid basis to start moving forward with some of the other mods in the pack. Because we've automated most of the base game create stuff, right? We've automated andesite alloy, we've now automated andesite casing, and we've got the capacity for copper and brass casing in future. So basically what this means is we can now focus on some of the more specialized create stuff from other mods, and very soon we'll be able to start focusing on Ad Astra as well. So, you know, rockets, going to space, going to different planets and stuff like that. That is all still to come. But this is where it all begins. You know, this is how it all starts. There it goes. And that's where I'm going to have to leave it for today, unfortunately. Like I say, we've finished pretty much perfectly on time. You can see the tree machine up there going backwards and forwards. You can see the andesite alloy machine over there. You can see the... well, it's got its back to us, but you can see the the deploying machine over there. All the packages going in and coming out and just shooting off in every which direction. It's brilliant. I could sit here and watch it all day, honestly. Unfortunately, we don't have time for that, but I could genuinely just sit here with my telescope and watch these packages being transported all around the base all day long. It's so cool. It's so incredible. And I'm so glad we managed to get all of this working today. So that is going to be it for today's stream. Next time, I would like to build some crushing wheels, because we do have quite a few things that we need those for. I'd also like to get a stressometer in, so we can finally figure out how much stress our steam engine there is using. In fact, we can take a quick look. Size, water and heat are low, so it's working nominally, but it's you know, we are going to eventually have to expand. Apart from that, I'm not really sure what else we need to automate. Maybe we'll start looking for some infinite ore veins so that we can start automating the production of copper and brass. But for now, I'm just happy with what we got here. I'm happy with what we've managed to automate today. It's absolutely incredible. And that's where it's going to have to end. So, if you'll give me just a moment, I'll switch over to the big camera and I'll just say a few words before we finish things up for good. And there we go. Okay. So thank you everyone for joining me for today's stream. It's been so much fun. It's just I love this. This is by far it's the most fun I've ever had on stream. I love playing. I look forward to Minecraft Mondays, like all week long. I look forward to doing these Minecraft Monday streams because they are just so much fun. I've had an incredible time. Thank you everyone for joining me today. Obviously look forward to more Minecraft next Monday. In terms of what else I've got coming up this week, I'm not 100% sure. There will probably be at least one stream later in the week, but I don't know what game it's going to be. Factorio, Farming Sim, Train Sim. We'll see what happens. There won't be any Euro Truck tomorrow because, as I've mentioned before, I'm taking a bit of a break from Euro Truck for the next few weeks. Sorry if you're a big fan of Euro Truck, but there won't be any streams of that for a while. And in terms of videos, there'll probably be a video some point this week as well, but I'm not sure what it's going to be. We are coming up to my 1-year anniversary of my first post on TikTok, so I'd like to do something special for that, but that's going to be next Wednesday. So whether or not I get a video out this week, I'm not 100% sure, but I'll certainly try. that is going to be it from me for today. Thank you once again, everyone, for joining. If you have enjoyed the stream but you haven't already followed, please do. And if you'd like to support me financially, please consider checking out my Patreon, like these wonderful folks. Thank you very much. Ooh, nearly knocked it over there. Thanks very much to Kate, Sophie, Jess, and Daniel for supporting me over on Patreon. It only costs £1 a month. You get access to behind-the-scenes content, as well as getting a shout-out on stream and your name on that there board. But that is going to be it. Thank you very much once again. You know, follow me on whatever platforms you're on. I'm on Instagram, I'm Blue Sky, I'm on YouTube. Hi everyone on YouTube. My camera's gone blurry all of a sudden. But follow me wherever you like, or don't. It's your life. I will see you later in the week. Not sure when, but at some point I'll see you for the next video / live stream. You can see my bra strap there, sorry. Thanks everyone, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Oh, I've pressed pause instead of end. Sorry. Let's try that again. Bye-bye. And bye-bye to everyone over on YouTube as well. I've had a great time today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.